Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And today's April the 2nd, so no more shenanigans based on April Fooling. Apologies, or if you were either irritated or just not amused by yesterday's very fast solve, which was not genuine. Now, we have important news that the THERMO Sudoku app has updated, so another 20 puzzles on that. I think it takes it from 60 to 80. There'll only be one more update, but if you haven't logged into that for a while, if you haven't checked it out, there is an update, 20 more puzzles. Do give it a go. That's been waiting a while, but we're very pleased that that is out now. Other people may have noticed already and told you, but we are telling you. So good news. And I wanted to do a thermo puzzle to celebrate. Now, it looks like I'm not doing one. It looks like an arrow Sudoku here. But we did a Thermarrow puzzle the other day in which the numbers increased as you went along in the direction of the arrow. Well, Jonathan Bost felt his thunder had been a bit stolen by Thomas Prostopnik. He had been working on the other way round. So in this one, it works as a normal arrow Sudoku. That's fine. The digits along the arrow, these three, for instance, will add up to the number in the circle, that one. Since this one has two arrows, those two also add up to the number in the circle. But also, the arrow tips act as thermo bulbs this time, so it goes the other way round. So this could be 1, 2, and 3, adding to 6. And obviously the thermo effect also carries all the way into the bulb, because the bulb will always be bigger than any of the numbers on the thermo. So I may have to do a complete brain reset. It's quite recent that I did the other one, and I'm expecting the arrows to go the other way round. But it's a very clever idea. Perhaps this is the more logical way, because the numbers can increase all the way to the circle. I don't know. Anyway, that's the puzzle that Jonathan has just sent in. I'm very keen to have a go, but I'm very aware my brain may at some point do things the wrong way around, because it's only recently that we did it the other way around. And I reckon the two rule sets can battle it out for which one ends up with the name Thermarrow, which we've only just coined. So let's see how this goes. Do give it a go on the link under the video. It's also there in the description field, where you will find all the links to the apps, including the Thermo app, which was just updated. Also, of course, the links to Patreon and the Discord server are there. And there's a lot of talk on the Discord server about the new Patreon puzzle we put up yesterday, Everything Rogan is on Fire by Demono. It's proving very popular. I will say, if you look at it and just go, oh, too complicated, I can't do that, look again, do a bit more thinking. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, that's on Patreon for those people who've joined us on Patreon. Thank you to them for supporting the channel. And on with the motley. Here we go. Let's get cracking. Right. Yes, look, remember, this isn't just an arrow Sudoku. It's a thermo Sudoku, and the tips are the bulbs. So our classic rule applies to row 1. When there's a 1 on a thermo, it can only be in the bulb. And this is the only bulb, and all of the cells of row 1 are on a thermo. So that's a 1, which doesn't help much with, oh look, it helps with this arrow. This thermo bulb now can't be a 1, but 3 digits ascending will add up to the number in the circle. So we can do that straight away. Oh, you see, I'm doing it again. I'm looking at this going, ooh, that can't be a 2 or a 3, so it must be a 1. But no, this is the tip. Okay, this tip, though, is starting 2 arrows. It can't be anything as big as a 2, because any 3-cell arrow would have to go 2, 3, 4. They'd both have to be a 3. So that's a 1. That might apply. It applies here not to 3s, but, well, both the circles are in the same box for a start, so they can't both be 9s. So that's got to be a 1. They'd also both have to be 4s. So 1 is unsurprisingly on one of these tips. I bet, yes, no, I was going to say I bet that's a 1, but betting is not enough here. Yes, it is a 1 because that can't be a 9, that's why. Again, and a 3 cell arrow that didn't have a 1 would have to be 2, 3, 4, then its circle would have to be 9. Right. This is not 2 or 3, so that's not 6, right. So 4, 5 or 6 there, 7, 8 or 9 there. Let's do some of these possibilities. 2, 3 there, it clearly can't be 5. Oh, that's quite an interesting thought, that the second number can never be 5. Okay, look at these 3 cells. The second number can never be 4 either, is actually what I was thinking while my brain was saying 5. If the arrow started 1, 4, it would have to add to at least 10. These all add to different numbers. I bet that makes it very likely that all these yellow cells are the same and are 2, but very likely is not enough. So we're not filling them in. These ones must be at least 3. These are all different, but I don't know what that is. Now, this can't be a 2 for a nice reason, because that would have to be a 3 to make this a 2, 3, 4 arrow. And if that was 2 and that was 3, this doesn't have a fill. So we can get another 1 in. There's a 1 in one of those two. I bet I know where it goes, but I don't know it logically. It's an interest. It really is interesting, this, and my brain is beginning. Well, you will say it's been getting confused for ages, Mark, and you'd be right. Now, I was tempted to fill in possibilities here, but actually there'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 with the consecutive number here, so that's not so appealing after all. Now, these have to be different. Is that... Oh, yes, and again, they can't be as big as 4, so that's a 2, 3 pair. Ah. Oh, so this could be 4, 5 or 1 something, but that is either 1 or 4. Yeah, that 3 cell arrow rule is quite useful. Does that mean this is a 2, 3? Yes, that can't be 4 as well. So I've done them all now. It's taken me ages to realize that. So we get a 2, 3 pair in this column. That can't be a 2. So 2 is in one of these 2 cells, also in one of these 2. So it's got to be in one of those 2. It can't be there. That is a 2. That doesn't, unfortunately, prove my hypothesis that all of those are also 2. Oh, no, I can't count. There we go. 2, 3 pair there. That can't be 3, actually. 2, 3 pair in the box and the column and row 3. Lots of lovely 2, 3 pairs. What about the 3 bit in the column with the 3 there? No. Ooh. No. Actually, that can't be a 3, because that would have to be a 1, and that can't be a 4. So, okay, I'm going to fill in 3 as possible in one of those 2. It's not really going to advance my cause much. Right, a 2, 3 pair. So this has to be at least 4 now. This has to be at least 7. Oh. I'm wondering if one of these... Yes, these... Oh, no, okay. I was going to say one of these 4 has to be a 6. But actually, this is only a 2 cell arrow over here, annoyingly. So this one could be, as unlikely as it is, it could be as small as a 3 or something. I can't rule that out yet anyway. Oh, this is also 4, 5 or 6 because it's in a box with a 2, 3 pair. So this is at least 7. That's not really getting anything done either. Good Lord, I don't quite know how to crack on with this. This one could be a 3. Oh no, it can't go up to a 6 because this can't be a 9. Yeah, I haven't got many numbers in circles, just that one so far. Ah, this now is seeing a 1 and a 2. So that is a 3 or a 4. This is a 4, 5 or 6. This is at least 7. It's intriguing. I really am doing not enough with these 2, 3 pairs, I think. Or maybe there is just a general deduction up here that those have to be 2s. If one of them was a 3, is that going to give us a... Because these have to be different. Two of them... I don't think it works while 2 of these are unknown. If one of those was unknown, I think we could do something with the fact that those have to be different and give different results. But I daren't do it yet. Oh, this is slow. Right, 2, 3 pair. That could be a 1, but this can't be. So this has to be at least a 4 now. That's not that helpful because that could be a 1 and that could be a 9. Crumbs, what do you do? Okay, this now can't be a 2 or a 3. So the only way for this not to be a 1 is going 4, 5, 9, which would make this a 6 and also make that a 9. That's not possible. So that is a 1. And I mean, I've just proved the obvious thing in the slowest way. Right, that at least gives us a 1 down here and an X-wing of 1s on the left. Yeah, so one of those isn't going to use a 1 in its arrow. This would have to be 4, 5 if it didn't use a 1. This is not helpful. I mean, it's at least... Okay, I've finally done the Goodliffe thing and filled in the arrow possibilities there. This can't be... It can't be 3 because that would use up 2 and 3 in the box. Still 5 possibilities. Now, this has to be at least 6, obviously, so does that. So that marks up all the arrows apart from this one. But frankly, that could be as small as 4 as far as I can see. What am I missing here? That and the place for 2 in this column can't be there because of that 2, so it must be here. So 2 in the box 3 is in one of those 2 cells. We know it's in that one, but I can't prove it. So if one of these is a 3, then these have to be higher. This, one of those 2 circles is 8 or 9. That's not enough. I can't look at where 3... Ooh, if 3 went there, it would have a lot of effect here. It would make this a 4, 5 arrow and a 9 there. It would make this a 3. So you'd get 8 or 9 here. It would be very useful, and the alternative is 3 being there, which would definitely be on a 1, 2, 3 arrow, making 6 here. Things would get quite interesting whether or not, if I knew which one of these 2 cells in column 8 was a 3, and I'm afraid I don't. Oh, 3, 4, 2, 1, 9. So this is obviously a 5, 6, 7, 8 quad. 3 is therefore in one of these 2 cells, and in one of these 2 in box 9. If that was a 3, that would, if this was a 3, again we'd have a 4, 5 arrow leading to a 9. I don't know, for some reason I feel that's unlikely. This is more likely to be a 3, but that is just not good enough. 3 in this row, right. It's obviously not in those cells because that's a 2, 3 pair. It's not in those cells, and the only place it can be in this box is there. Oops, there. So that gets me that 3 down. I don't think that does anything else for the puzzle. Come on, find something. This is very clever because it's just not obvious what to do. Certainly not to me. You are probably seeing something that I could be doing and shouting it at me. 2, 4. 9. No. I was thinking about where 9 goes in this column, but I don't think thinking about 9s is necessarily very helpful. 2, 3 pair in the row, but there's no other arrow cells in the row. Ooh, that does mean one of those, in fact both of those, have to include 2 and 3. Sorry, those 4 cells have to include both 2 and 3 is how I was trying to say that. 1, 2, 3, 9. Oh, good grief. There must be some logical thing. 2, 3, 6. Something is going to get ruled out if I can just find the right question. So if that was a 3, this would have to be, well, that would make this a 3. Then you'd have the 4, 5 is 9 here. You'd get a 3 here. Ooh, that's quite interesting because I've found out if that was a 3, you'd get 3s in those yellow cells. These circles in column 8 would all, for various reasons, become at least 7. Maybe even worse. So if that's a 3, 3 there puts 3 here. This becomes a 9 on its arrow. This becomes at least 7. Yeah, at least 7. I can't get it higher than that. And 1, 3, 4. Oh no, that one becomes at least 8. Oh yeah, but this has to now be at least 1, 2, 4. So again 7. So those 3 would become the 7, 8, 9. That would be 5. It's not enough. It's not quite enough. 3, 1, 2. Oh dear. It really is a case of balancing these possibilities. So if that was a 4, we'd have 5 here and 9 here. This would have to be either 1, 3, 5 or 1, 2, 6 leading to the 9. This must be disprovable, a 4 here. 5 there, 9 there. Now, if that's a 9, these two can't be that big. I can't see it. I cannot see. If that's a 4, one of these two's a 4. It just doesn't get it all done. Maybe it is these 3 cells. If I knew what that can't be a 2, surely. If that was a 2, this would be a 3. These would be 4, 5, 6. These would be 7, 8, 9. And they would have to, 7, 8, 9 would have to use 4, 5, 6. With a 1 on the end of the arrow, so they'd all have to use 2s, but we've just said that was the 2. I think, yeah, that can't work, so that's not a 2. That is a 2. Wow, that is a complicated way to get there, but it does get things done. Right, now these are, they're probably 3 consecutive digits, so that these can be 3 consecutive digits. Yeah, they're 3 away from each other, so okay, I don't know that for sure, but this is now not a 6. This is now not a 7. 2s, 2, 2, no, that hasn't fixed 2s. 3s, no. Surely it does more when you come up with an actual possibilities. 1 now needs either a 7, 8 here, or 4 would need a 5. Ooh. This has become, in fact, 3 is now in one of those 2 cells. If this is a 1, these are consecutive. That's not very helpful. This is 3 away from that. 6 and 9 there would make that an 8, which would make this a 7. 7. The 1 would be there. So that would have to be 3 and 5. And that would become a 4, which it can't be. Now, where did I start there? I said if this was 3 and 6. No, I said if this was 6 and 9, that would become 8. So this is not 6 and 9. If this was 5 and 8, that would become 9. This would now have to be 8, because it can't be 5. So we've got 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. Oh, it can't have another 8 or 5. So that doesn't work. So it's not 5, 8. Wow. Okay. How about, which one's more likely? If this was 1, 2, 4, 7, this can't be 7. So this can't be 8. Is that right? It is. That has to be 9. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. Then you've got 3, 5, 6, 8. I think that can work. How about 1, 2, 3, 6 there? Oh, the trail ran cold. I can't prove either way. If that was a 4, this is an 8. That's a 1. That's a 7. So if this is a 4, we've got 7 and 8 here, 6, 3, 2, 1, 9, and then you get 5, 4, and that would have to be a 1, and that cannot be because we had a 1 in here. So if that is a 4, that makes that a 1. That's going to be impossible because we need a 1 there when we play that out along the road. So this is a 5. Wow. I mean, I don't know. That is not a simple way of getting this done. But if there is a simpler one, feel free to tell me all about it. I'm not sure. I mean, we're certainly not done yet, but that's an advance. This can't be a 5 now. So that's 3 or 4. This is 6 or 7. Now we've got a 6-7 pair and a 3-4 pair. This has to be a 5 by that. That becomes an 8. With 9 weirdly goes in the white cell here. Wasn't expecting that. 5, 3. One of these is an 8. Ooh, which means one of these two is an 8. I have my suspicions that it's there. Now, what else can I use here? Honestly, this is really just plugging away. I mean, I did not expect this puzzle to unfold in this way. 2 is in one of those 2 cells. 5 has to be... Okay, 9, 1, 2, 6, 7. We've got 1 of 3 and 4 and 1 of 5 and 8. So, again, 1 of 3 and 4 has to be in the cell less than the other one, surely. Yes, it does. 5 or 8 there. So, differences between these could be 1, 2, or 5. It couldn't actually be 8, 4. Because that would give another... Oh, it can't be 5 there either. Right, so the difference... I don't think this can be 8. Because you can't get a difference of 1 or 2. So that's a 5. Wow. Okay, that's quite nice. So that becomes 8. This is a 1. That makes this a 2. Then we get a 3 here. That makes this a 4. 7, 6, 3. That all works. Whoo-wee. Okay, 4, 6, and 7. That is 6 or 7. This is not an 8 now. 6, 8, 5, 2. This can't be 7. So the 4, 5 possibility is still alive here. That can't be 7, so that's not 4. This isn't 9, so that's not 8, or 7, which has gone, so that's not 8. 7, 3, 1. Oh, think. 4, 9, 2, 1. That's not a 5, so 5 is one of those cells. 9, 3, 4, 1. 2 and 5 are in this group. Right, this isn't a 5, so that's not 6. Really? Are we still not done? Oh, 3 is in one of those cells. Actually, I should never have pencil marked that 3 in. I hope that wasn't key to the whole solve. And that is not a 1 anymore. So I think all 1s are done, in fact, now. 3 is in one of those 2 cells. But also anywhere here. Almost certainly there. Now, if that was a 7, we would have 2 and 4 here. Then we'd have 3 and 5 here. And 9. In fact, we must have 9 in one of these 2 cells now. Ah, and the only place then for 9 in row 7 is here. That's intriguing. So 9's in one of those 2. I have a feeling it's probably going to be in the circle. We've got 3, 4, and 7 to fill in the final column. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3... 5, 6, 7, or 9 there. Yeah, I mean, I'd have a look again. If this is a 7, we get 2 and 4 there. We must get 3 and 5, making 9. It's not finishing anything again. Oh, that can't be 9, so that can't be 8. Other possibilities I haven't noticed. This really isn't... Oh, this can't be 4 because that can't be 7. 7, 3, 1, 2... No, that's not all. Finishing off again. 9's in one of those 2 cells, so it's forming an X-wing with those 9's, and 9's over here somewhere. think that helps. Ah, this is maddening. Now, if that was a 3, I don't know. What can this be? 1, 2, 4 makes 7, or 1, 2, 6 makes 9, or 1, 3, 5 makes 9. And this could still be an 8, just. It would have, oh no, 2 ways, 1, 2, 5, or 1, 3, 4. 3, oh, come on. If that was a 6, then we'd have 9 here, we'd have 8 here, 5. Ah, since these are consecutive, does there have to be, there has to either be a 5 or a 6 used there. But I don't know in which cell. And all that means is, yeah, there is only one of 5 or 6 used here. It's either 3, 6 or 5, 8. So if this was 3, 6, that's 4, 5. If this was 5, 8, this is 6, 7. So weirdly, that can't be 5, 6 as a pair. I don't think that's going to finish me off here. This isn't doing anything, is it? 9, 2, 1. So if it was 3, 6. Four, 5, then you go 7, 8. That becomes an 8. But if it's 5, 8, this is 6, 7. Ah, then that can't be 3 or 4, which it would have to be because they're being looked at. This cell is actually helpful. Good grief. So that's an 8. That makes this a 6 and a 3 there. That makes this a 4, 5 on the arrow. That is not a place I was expecting to get some sucker at this point. 6 or 7. That can't be 5. That can't be 8. This is a 6, 7 pair. So that puts a 5 here, which still doesn't resolve most of this. That's now part of an 8, 9 pair. No, I'm not going to take out the pencil marks. 8, 4, 9. This can't be 4 anymore. So this can't be 7. 5, 2, 1. This can't be 5. 3, 6. Oh, this is remarkable, this puzzle. So much resistance. As I say, that might be just resistance to me, but it really is remarkable how piece by piece this does not fall apart. 3 and 3. No, I've dealt with that. Oh, I thought getting this box done would finish it all. I really did, and it totally doesn't. 9, 4, 6, and 7. 4 is confined to one of those two. 9, 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. So this is 6, 7, or 8. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to find some other. Going to have to go back to these arrows. Right, at least their possibilities have reduced a bit. So, if that was an 8, then we'd have to have 5 and 2. 3 there. This would become a 9. Yeah, that doesn't work. If this was an 8, that would put a 5 here. The 2 there would make this a 3. That would make this a 9. That would need another 5 in column 2. So that's a 9. That gives us 9 there. 9 also on that circle. I haven't resolved this circle. This one, though, I can at least take the 4 out. So now I've got a 5, 6 pair in the column. 5, 6, 1, 3, 9. That must be 4 and 7. Naked pair. Then we've got 2 and 8 to fill the column. That must be the 8 because there's a 2, 3 in the box. Surely this time. That's now a 6. That's all that's left. And that's not. 8 in the first column is there. got a 4-7 pair here, so that's in a 5-6 pair, which stops that being a 5 and stops that being a 4. Now there's a 7-8 pair. That makes that a 6. Come on, come on, keep going, keep going. 7-8 pair. So we get 2 and 5 to fill in. That fixes this. Yes, that's on the arrows. Yeah, they work. I thought they didn't for a hideous moment there. 4, 7 and 5 down here. That's a 7. 5 and 4. 7 is not there, so that's a 5. This is a 7. That's now a 4. Surely we're finishing now. What a puzzle. That really is mind-bending. 4 in the central column. That makes this a 3. That finishes its arrow. 7, 8, 7, 6 there. That does work. 7, 6. This is a 9. That puts 9 there from the X-wing. 4 and 7, 8 and 6 and 8. Wow, that really is brain-bending. But thank goodness it is done. Brilliant puzzle, Jonathan. Thank you for sending that through. Yeah, that was tricky. That really was interesting. If you did that a lot faster and there were better deductions that felt less like chains, do let us know in the comments, because that's fascinating. Really interesting puzzle. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and very much hoping to see you soon on the channel. Bye for now.